没有五倍侠，难以持续作战。没有五倍侠，难以持续作战。
崛起吧，杀爆！
没有五倍侠，难以持续作战。
封杀吧！
你们的灵魂如此特别。
我真是不合格的老人。
并肩作战，让我感觉。猎物来了，快上！
来，舍身一战！
你们的灵魂，这是我们的义气。是个好机会。稍等，子平在修复护甲。这边救人就交给我吧。
还算好用。
你们的灵魂如此。
导游，徒步。
我喜欢看你们抱头鼠。
好多的灵魂。
要
在修护甲。
需要更多的飞索。
我已看透你的伎俩。不会退后。
暗域即将蔓延。基因之力，毁灭一切。
猎物来了，
来上，舍身一战。我真是不合格的。
Oh, it's XCG now getting into a fight with JL. XCG very kitted out right now, but is going to end up taking a lot of damage. NiHQ getting most of his shield back here, and he's going to pop that Karumi heal as well. NiHQ getting a huge parry off. does have that ult activated, was able to use that Fern Slash to get rid of that Nezha's Might. As Xiaonan getting dangerously low, hops back into the ultimate here, pops the Umbrella to be able to heal themselves a little bit more, as NiHQ sending out another Fern Slash to protect themselves from that again. As, oh my goodness, NiHQ getting very dangerously low as well here, getting blasted into the sky. TXJ in a lot of trouble too here, backing off, trying to send these attacks on the NiHQ, getting very dangerously low, using that focus slide to the best of his ability. Gets the Soul Bloom off, and TXJ is going to get parried here, trying to go into that Nezha's Might again. And TXJ is going to go down.
TXJ going down. It's such an interesting set of successions here, as obviously that timing just is kind of wild here with the amount of momentum coming through here, as it looks like the Moonbane Charm from you ends up getting used in this moment here. Obviously, even with that amount of timing here, still able to rush through and see what that space starts to really conjure up here, as obviously the ulti comes through here, and so does the main Moonbane. And obviously DRG is going to be able to take them out in such amazing timing here. Definitely does not want to get them caught up in the worst situation here, and that clearly was what was about to happen here if they were not careful. And playing that out very, very well, definitely to their advantage here, is definitely giving them the space to be able to do exactly what they need to here in this moment here. Let's see if they can keep that same momentum going towards the end of this. OUG going for the separation as well, decides, no, I don't really want that smoke. Timing is kind of not my theory here, and I don't really want it, which is completely understandable here. Obviously, now back at it.
And it looks like things have died down fairly early here. Fun plus Phoenix, not a single kill on the board, and they do still have their revives. They could just be saving the fact that they've got a lot of loot and they don't want to engage into a fight too quickly, lose their scale, and end up having to regroup and being on the back foot for the rest of the game. Bauda here as well. They've got a couple kills under their belt. Good scale. Looks like they're just going to wait for the Realm of Yang. We're going to see another White Tiger's prowess coming into that Morris Blessing box, as the rest of these teams are trying to go for the Realm of Yang. Wolves and JJH look like they're just going to try. There is a Realm of Yang portal right on the box as well, so it could be very interesting to see who is going to end up getting there.
See where it might go, though. It's going to be a race to it as well. See if maybe who's going to be the one to take it, just like how you said here. It looks like WBG and KLA might be fighting this out as well here. But it looks like KLA might be focusing on maybe heading towards the Realm of Yang here, trying to see if they can get towards their next fight. Getting ready for it. I think that's going to be the advantage that needs to be happening. Doesn't want to force anything if absolutely has to. Obviously, even with that amount of timing here, still has to play to the momentum that they have thus far. And let's see if they can play smart towards it. IHQ seeing Bowed on that other side here. As now they can kind of back off this, trying not to get caught up in that same succession here. And it looks like it's going to be able to rush in. It looks like we will be seeing XCG fighting this out with Bauda. It looks like JJX is fighting this out with KLA on the other side of the Bang's Breath as well here. This could be a very, very juicy fight here. Let's see where that momentum stretches out here. And it looks like they're going to be going airborne here, as Jing actually decides, no, I don't want that as well. Looks like that timing can be any better here. Let's see if they're going to be able to rotate towards this and find the same momentum. Nice hits coming through from the strikes. Nice double team coming in on at NiHQ. Trying to see if he can struggle around it. Has to be careful. He's getting hit, and NiHQ is stuck inside of the Infinite. Not looking good for me. You're forcing to pop the ulti here, as he's going to need to probably go through some type of separation, going back into the healing circle. Trying not to get caught up in a tough situation here. Really can get caught, but the Sand Siphon is going to be able to help him a little bit. Keeps the heals alive inside of the circle. Trying not to get caught in that tough space here. But nice hits from the Fan. Trying to keep the momentum away from the rest of the teammates here. And Steady trying to keep the team alive with as much heals as possible to be able to keep the feed going and keep the momentum around them. That's the thing that really needs to happen when it comes to a lot of these. So obviously, and gets the elimination towards that as well. And now it is now a 1v3. Both of them going to be able to most likely chase this out. Let's see if maybe they can push towards this. Is Bauda peek, trying to hold it down, but it's not going to be enough, as XCG able to play it strongly on in towards this inside here. And it looks like there's going to be a massive fight happening on the end skirts here between JDG and OUG. And they decide to back out. They said, yeah, we're good. Y'all got it.
Bauda was doing a very good job. Peak was doing a great job at peeling for the most part of that fight in the realm of Yang there, but just the power of XCG was too strong. They were able to push through the peels, shark down that first kill, ended up sending them on the back foot. They were able to get the second one, and it was just so difficult for them to end up surviving there. As we're taking a look now, OUG hiding in this corner here is JDG trying to see if they could go for a kill here. Looks like he is going to end up catching OUG out here. Just walking by, not really doing too much with it. OUG looks like they're just going to back off right away. Oh, they do end up getting into the fight. JDG's ending up popping the ultimate here, and we're getting feisty right away, ladies and gentlemen, as we're going to see the Viper ultimate come out as well as, oh my goodness, all of them are going to get stunned at the same time. JDG's PP going into that Yushan ultimate to try and save and peel. 521's Pampy is also going to go down in the kill feed as well, ladies and gentlemen. OUG's SS now getting caught out by the Yushan ultimate. Very unfortunate. PP catching another one out. OUG Shin Yu getting taken down very quickly. OUG's U as well getting focused, and it looks like the Yushan is going to be able to try and catch him out here as well. JDG's took as well, sending a huge dagger shot, getting him into the air, and JDG's PP able to play off of that as well. Coming back in, JJH with the Yang depletion, spawning in and trying to third party this, because JDG's Kiki and OUG's Sinew out in the storm taking a lot of damage. This could be two free soul blooms for them here, and it looks like they're going to be able to take one down. And OUG Sinew running away as fast as possible, just trying to get out of there really quickly so that they do not have to fight against Godly. Godly is going to be able to end up catching them out. They did go for the heal. He's going to ultimate here. He does have to invest everything into this fight. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to survive the rest of the game. We are going to see him able to just scale rush away, further and further away from Godly here. Is going to use that Fern to prevent the heal, and Shinyu is finally going to go down. Godly is going to get that Soul Bloom, cure the Yang depletion. They're going to be able to survive and get back into the zone.
Into the zone as well towards this, but still the question is, can it be the advantage that they need to, as JL is going to successfully get that squad wipe and get the finish the way that they need to here. The question is now, can they steady keep it going here? They do have 2 eliminations, but they're down really down all the way at the bottom here, so they're going to have to play this a little bit better to their momentum here and see if maybe it's going to be helpful to them towards this very end here. It's been definitely a struggle, but it's been really interesting to see how they're going to be able to put all of this work together here towards the very end, and obviously you'd love to see how they're able to patch this together. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit more time, but they do have to be patient here. Let's see if that starts to become a thing more and more. Interesting to see the perspective on what could happen.
KLA's QGG here, taking a look. They are just going to be scaling up onto the side close to the storm here. We are going to see the next Realm of Yang showing up pretty soon. Wolves onto the other side as well. They might be running into them pretty soon. Looks like they are going to be holding in areas. We're going to take a look really quickly at the replay. Fun plus Phoenix versus 521. 521 sending some crazy shots into the air here, using that F2 very well to try and knock Xiaohu. Uses the F2, able to get away from the F3 of the Feria Shen. Feria is going to get into the mech though, saving himself from that Yodo ultimate, but Dongqing getting dangerously low here is going to end up going down to Pampy's Yodo ult, as Water in that Yushan is battling against Unique, and it looks like the mirror matchup 5-2-1 is just so much stronger hero versus hero. Unique was able to take down his counterpart very fast, and with the help of Yin, Xiao Hu To is going to go down very quickly. Yin trying to get the shot into the air, and the 2 musket shots for the victory. 5-2-1 coming out victorious in the Realm of Yang.
Doing so well here, 5-2-1, finally finding their momentum and their stretch and doing exactly what they need to make it happen, and clearly it's working for them the way that they need it to go thus far here. Let's see if they can steadily continue to keep that same momentum moving here, as now, even with all of this happening here, they still have to be able to rotate this a little bit strongly towards the next space here. But JL, another team, trying to see if they can capture those eliminations, steadily keeping that same energy going here and trying to find the space that could really be helpful for them. Only more time will tell here inside of this space. inside of the momentum that's really needed to be there.
I'm taking a
Let's
look
see.
now into the
this one's
realm
gonna
of
be good.
Yang. This is
one's-
going to be an interesting one.
KLA too, especially with where they at right now, they really do have a fair stack. The question is, who's actually going to be able to fight that one as well? Because there is some other players here that could have the potential and the advantage here if they pay attention to it. It looks like WBG, JJH is actually pushing in towards this as well. He's going to have to be careful here as the ulti start to come out here. Oh, it's definitely not looking good for him here as it's really going to be able to flush out as much as possible. He's trying to hold strong here, but it's not going to be enough as Wolves is going to be able to take the elimination as KLA is actually going to be the winner of the Realm of Yang as well. What a finish.
想必不凡。
Now,
Able to find it.
Wolves being able to come in and just say, you know what, I'm going to Viper ult right away. And look, they already have that Viper ultimate back here. So quickly able to just take that, and then they get the White Tiger's prowess buff from the shop, from the Morris Blessing, regaining them their ults almost instantly, giving them such a huge advantage. They burn the ultimate fast, pick up a single kill from it, get the ultimate back right away, and they're right back to the grind. KLA here looks like they could be close to facing off against Wolves. ZK does see CXZ. CXZ is going to just back off, and Wolves and ZK is going to end up just holding that area as these players don't want to engage too quickly now, as JL has been spotted out in this bush here by Fun Plus Phoenix, and it looks like they are also going to just keep their distance. But oh my goodness, Wolves picking up another kill onto JJH's Godly, and it looks like JJH is going to be fully eliminated here. 5-2-1 facing off against DRG. Just sending the range shots here. This is where it's going to start to get very long distance when they're starting these fights.
Very much could be that, though, in these areas and in these moments here. Definitely a lot of momentum classified towards it, though, especially if they're able to piece a lot of these areas together here. And obviously, things have been going very, very well for some of these play styles here. But let's see if they can still steadily keep the same momentum going here, so that way they don't get caught up in a tough situation. Really can be sliced out in so many different ways here. If they're not careful. That's the thing that's going to be the difference maker for some of these moments here and for some of these players. See if they can find it even with that, though, as now the circle is going to start to rotate in here, so they're going to need to find their moment here. But OUG, top of the leaderboard, but is out currently in this game. Meanwhile, Wolves, 9 eliminations deep. 6 eliminations for second place currently. So there really is a lot of room to wiggle as we go back into the realm of Yang here, trying to see what happened here in terms of the win from KLA, as you remember correctly here. Trying to see if they can get the heal strike coming in. 17S, not really backing down from that fight here. Godly trying to see if they can force any type of hits and momentum here. Nice strikes on each side here. The Ghost trying to see if they can put in a lot of momentum here. Nice hits coming in from the Fan, trying to see if they can capture the stun. Is able to do it. The parry comes through, but they actually missed out on the opportunity for the double strike here, and that actually could be the risk that actually takes them down towards the next one, as QGG does end up catching the first elimination, and that's just how the record scratches.
Yeah, KLA doing a phenomenal job at just playing around. Like, they got parried a good couple of times and were still able to recover that fight and end up taking away the victory. Another team that has just been absolutely dominating. 9 kills already in this game. They've been playing very aggressive from the jump. And if this is where Wolves has that's like true test of its strength, is they can get those kills early, they can play aggro, but can they make it to the finals? We've seen them be the sole survivor in the games countless times. Twice already today they've been
very much
the sole survivor, the #1 multiplier and the 4 ranking points, but we haven't seen them pop off with a whole bunch of kills in that final circle. They have the very good survivability, but they need to figure out how to put points on the board while all these other players are climbing above their early game points. Luckily now they already have 9 kills. So a lot more than the kills that they usually get. They got 5 in the first game, and I think they got only 3 in that second game, and only a couple of as well, like maybe 7 or 8 in that third game. game number 4. They've got 9 kills coming in to circle number 3. So hopefully by circle 7, they'll be top of the leaderboard and last people standing.
Right. Obviously, that confidence definitely has to be really important here, especially when you're thinking about that type of momentum and really going, I will be at the top of my game here alongside my team. You really have to be able to work towards that here. Let's see if that opportunity really does arise here, as obviously they're going to slowly close in this gap more and more, little by little. Obviously playing it to their advantage here and being able to do exactly what they need to. And Pampy, 5-2-1, the rest of the team really doing exactly what is needed in order to watch out for what's been going on here. Obviously, the timing could really be hectic depending on what's going on. So you really have to like just kind of pay attention to what's happening here. Seeing the amount of confidence come in from some of these teams and these playstyles here can only make it even better.
Oh, 100%. As KLA, QGG, they're just taking their time to enjoy themselves here. As, oh my goodness. FPX, the Merciless Havoc. They've got all the golden jades for the staff. They are going to be loaded up, taking space against most of these players here. As KLA, they are going to try and go for this box here. It looks like they are going to be trying to go. They do have the Z-Pings. They won't have the Karumi to give them the that assist in getting the box, but they do see WBG going for it. They do have those Wu Chen wind walls. They are going to be dropped really quickly, and WBG taking a lot of damage trying to go for this box. Looks like they're getting knocked off really quickly, but that gold armor needs to go to somebody, and someone is going to try and go in and take it. There are golden dual blades and some golden armor in there as well. Purple nunchucks as well alongside if you need a backup weapon. They also have a lot of resources if you are running low. Someone needs to get this box. Lots of people want it, but no one is able to do it. KLA is saying, if I can't have it, nobody can. They don't really have... They'd have to invest one of their ultimates if they wanted to get into there unscathed, and nobody really wants to invest an ultimate, especially at this stage in the game.
Yeah, especially with this amount of momentum happening as well here. Like I said, we're only in game 4 right now, so there's still a lot more room to really make some noise happen here. But obviously, there's still a lot really to be done here in this situation if you really want to see this guy all start to skim through. But obviously, things can really do change.
Oh, and it looks like KLA is going to be able to go for it. CXZ getting very close. There's F coming out, helping QGG just stay alive to be able to get into there, as Fun plus Phoenix is going to get stunned by the Tessa ultimate here, going into the ult to cancel the effects. Is going to end up needing to take flight, but the mech gets destroyed so fast. Gets Tessa stunned again. Dongqing in a lot of trouble, taking so much range damage, trying to go into the ult to get that damage reduction, but is in a lot of trouble, and Sleepwalker picking up the kill from far away. Water tried to peel away and use that Aurora Blast to prevent range damage, but Sleepwalker, the eagle eye from downtown, able to get so many kills. Baiju with the very questionable Tessa ult there, missing 2 of the JL players, not able to hit a single person there. And it looks like WBG is just going to back off for the time being. Fun plus Phoenix doing the exact same thing. Dongqing is already dead, so this is going to be difficult for them to come away with the win. As WBG ACL goes very, very low, they are going to end up Wu Chen porting out, using that F3 to just heal up as much as possible. We're going to see the dual halberds come out as well. The dragon-like might trying to prevent a shot from hitting him in the head and just taking him out. Looks like JL as well, able to use that Karumi umbrella to protect them from the dangers of the range shots, able to get that golden ability, golden fan, and the golden armor as well. Sleepwalker getting dangerously low, getting hit with the Aurora Blast, and coming in by Gia, able to use that F, but Wolves picking up 2 more kills. Oh my goodness, the Tessa into the Aurora Blast, absolutely lethal combo, ladies and gentlemen. Wolves with 12 kills, jumping to #1 in the overall leaderboards. Oh my goodness, Team Wolves are doing it right this game.
Team Wolves are definitely locked in for sure within this game. Definitely, you could tell that the confidence is really, really high with their momentum here, and obviously 12 eliminations, putting themselves in the top slot here. I mean, people have been taking the slots up and down over and over again so far tonight, and it's been interesting to see how these playstyles can really change the dynamic depending on the amount of confidence in which they push in. Now, obviously for 5-2-1, another team that was way down at the bottom, but is now sitting in 5th place currently. We are with that 31.6. There's definitely some room there for them to be able to shake something up, and it looks like Pampy wants to do it as he immediately comes down with the strike and finds the first set of targets. Finds Kiki. Immediately he's going to be able to most likely find the next hits again, and now he's going to come through, trying to see if maybe he can push in towards this and maybe causes some stress on the inside here. Kiki, dangerously low here. Could absolutely steal for the sneak here or the circle, but he's able to get the heal in just the nick of time. Otherwise, that actually probably could have been a wrap for him here. In this final circle is Pampy. Now going to be able to rush outwards and definitely does not want to get caught out now, as now one of Fun Plus Phoenix's players pulls out the entire mech and it decides to cause some mayhem and struggle on the outskirts too. Obviously waiting for the blue focus, trying to see if somebody is worth the strike in that moment here as we go through it and see the momentum as they all start to push in. All of them crowding around this interior space here, just trying not to get caught up in a tough situation. There's a lot of momentum that really could be helpful here, but it just depends on where you're at in these circles. You could definitely do not want to get squished, as Wolves is able to at least find some people, finds 3 people to stun, and it doesn't look like it's not going to be enough here. Zem ends up getting absolutely pelted with rockets as well. Immediately starts to catch one up top of the tree here, and now just like that, he's going to try to see if he can keep the momentum going as Wushin tries to see if he can find the hits from the Viper, and just like that, they're able to take him out, at least put him in a higher space. But Moonlight dangerously low, very low on HP, very low on shield. He's trying to get away as much as possible, but it's not going to be enough as Wushin ends up getting eliminated in that space here. Such a tough moment here, trying to see if they can bag that out to keep it going here. Definitely does not want to get caught up in the worst situation possible here, and just trying to find the momentum in which what's going to be helpful for them. You definitely have to pay attention to it, and I know that they're working towards it as much as possible, but it really can be as insane as 1-2-3. And now KLA GG looks like they were able to find it, as CXZ was able to find that elimination. So now they're back at it, trying to see where the next space is for that momentum and or what makes sense. And even with that though, the more that they close in, the crazier this battle gets. Now, furthermore, even with all of that coming through, the momentum still gets kind of crazy. Pampy trying to see if he can find it with the Yoda Hime ulti. Beautiful hits on the ZK, at least being able to send him back and saying, hey, back up off this. You don't really know what's happening here, and you don't want that smoke. And obviously, you could tell he clearly does not want it. Now, obviously, coming through with this amount of rotation here, NiHQ trying to separate from the rest of the group, definitely does not want to get caught up in a tough situation here. Trying to see where this space leads to, and just trying to figure out how not to get caught up in a tough situation here. I think even with that, though, really can be worked out in the next space here. It looks like they're still able to work through it as much as possible here, trying to see if they can find some hits, though. And it looks like Wolves ZK ends up getting eliminated by Unique. He says, hey, I appreciate the pass, buddy. Thank you so much for that. You definitely helped me, for sure. As Pampy's going to try to see if he can find another here. Waiting for the time strike to be able to rush through here. Doesn't want to get caught up. And now there's so much open space here. There's barely enough time, or there's barely enough space for them to really be able to get themselves in the hierarchy of this space here. Now, even with that more timing, though, they still can be able to rock through it, though, as KLA's GG just trying to maneuver through the momentum. Doesn't want to get themselves caught up in a tough situation here, so obviously they're moving through it as much as possible. Pampy looking for the strike, waiting for somebody, but it's not going to be enough here. They're not really finding anybody here, and Pampy just trying to work through it as much as he could, trying to get the hits on it, and he does. Gets a straight, pure, blank shot right onto Pampy and captures the elimination off of that one. Beautiful hit starts that as he captures and gets CXZ out of here. And now the first circle slowly starting to close in here. 22 seconds left on the clock here. Some people caught on the outskirts. See XCG really tough at it. QGG ends up getting eliminated. Very tough happening towards that moment here, as now he's still trying to find it. Pampy ends up getting caught in a tough situation as Kakaxi's able to find it. XCG might be able to close in this gap and potentially be able to get this going, as Wushin is going to be able to take them out here, but it doesn't look like it takes them really far into this moment here. And now even with that, Unique just trying to see if he can work through the momentum, trying to see if maybe he can squeeze it in any which way that could be super helpful for him in this moment here. And obviously there's still a whole lot happening within this momentum here that obviously could really help them here, but it's not looking good for them here, as now he's going to slowly close in the gap, capture the hits, gets the finish